miss the series finale of Charmed this Friday at 8/7 Central, only on the CW.
Now at 10, powerful, never-before-seen video of the Capitol Hill riots and explosive new testimony detailing what happened that day. We've got complete coverage and analysis.
Plus, Southern California in the midst of a blistering heat wave. Get ready for triple-digit temperatures and elevated fire danger.
And a neighborhood on edge after a peeper is caught on a doorbell camera peering into a woman's home. What we know about the convicted sex offender now under arrest. Now on the news at 10. Good evening, I'm Cher Calvin.
And I'm Pedro Rivera in for Micah Ullman. Searing moments of brutal violence and utter chaos at the Capitol highlighted the first night of the hearings by the January 6th Select Committee.
During the somber primetime proceeding, the committee made its case to the American people about what led up to the violence and who was responsible for it. KTLA's Rick Chambers joins us live in studio with more on tonight's explosive testimony. Rick?
Yeah, Cher, this was not a legal proceeding at all. This was a congressional committee laying out a case for Americans to consider, a way, they say, to kind of set the historical record straight. Now, some of it we had seen or heard before, but much of it we had not.
Do you swear and affirm under penalty of perjury?
They were the first two witnesses in this televised hearing, part of an opening statement of sorts to the American public to lay out details of what is believed to have been a wide-reaching conspiracy to overturn a presidential election.
There's probably about 300 Proud Boys. They're marching eastbound in this 400 block of kind of Independence, actually on the mall towards the United States Capitol.
Those who invaded our Capitol and battled law enforcement for hours were motivated by what President Trump had told them, that the election was stolen and that he was the rightful president.
The Select Committee says that it plans to show, using video not seen before and testimony from those close to Donald Trump, that the January 6th attack on the Capitol was not spontaneous, but the result of a plan months in the making by Trump and a close group of his advisors.
President Trump summoned the mob, assembled the mob, and lit the flame of this attack.
The committee's 11-month-long investigation shows that lies about the election being stolen were denied by Trump's own attorney general.
Told the president in no uncertain terms that I did not see evidence of fraud.
And testimony from Trump's own daughter backed that up.
I respect Attorney General Barr, so I accepted what he was saying.
Yet thousands of regular Americans and hundreds of members of two extremist groups stormed the Capitol that day trying to halt the transfer of power and injuring more than 100 Capitol police officers in the process, including Caroline Edwards.
I'm a proud American, and I will gladly sacrifice everything to make sure that the America my grandfather defended is here for many years to come.
Tonight, I say this to my Republican colleagues who are defending the indefensible. There will come a day when Donald Trump is gone, but your dishonor will remain.
The second televised hearing is slated for next Monday morning. Now, this was the first of what could be 7 or 8 hearings by the end of this month, with a final hearing coming up in September, just, of course, prior to the midterm elections. Cher, I'll throw it back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you. The FBI has arrested a Republican running for governor in Michigan for taking part in the January riots on Capitol Hill. Ryan Kelly is facing charges of committing violence against a person or property on restricted grounds and damaging public property. Kelly is the first person running for election in a major state or federal race to be charged in connection with the riot.
A dangerous heat wave is gripping Southern California this weekend, with it bringing the elevated risk of wildfires. The triple-digit temperatures are likely to kick in tomorrow and won't let up until Saturday. We could even see some new records.
And with the extremely dry conditions, firefighters say their challenges are only getting worse. We have live team coverage of the conditions and the warnings from firefighters.
Let's start with Mary Beth McDade joining us live from Woodland Hills with the danger of this year-round fire season. MB.
Well, Pedro and Cher, I'm sure most people know by now that we're in a 3-year drought. So between the drought, these new water restrictions, and this excessive heat wave that is on the way, fire officials caution that we are in a high fire danger. And they're also urging everyone to be prepared